All right, I was not expecting that redirect to be that quick, so I was still setting some things up, and I've got a few things going this morning. I've got my OBS running right here. I've got my iPhone running right, where's the camera at? Here, which is not working for some reason. Oh, there it is. Which I have it up here in the upper left-hand corner. I also have it on another display, and I'm going to demonstrate why that is shortly. So, I have not done anything other than pretty much partially set this up. I'm hoping Doug is here to witness this so that maybe I get clarification on what he was saying, or maybe he gets clarification on what I was saying. And I did miss the part where he was showing the display thing that Ran Israel pointed out. I had stepped out of the room to grab coffee. When I come back in, he was demonstrating that, and I didn't see how he got there. And maybe I'll have to go back and rewatch it just to see how that worked. For the most part, all the monitors are set at the same. In my book, that's fine. That works um, for me for now. I see Josh Kinder says he was first. Alice is here. Rick is here. Jeff is here. Brian is here. Yes, they killed Kenny. K Cordis Technology. I always mispronounce that name. Is here. And Doug is here. Good. Let's get started then. So you're looking at right now on OBS, you're looking at my display monitor, and then that's what's going across the screen. And if I move my camera over to there, then that's not going to work. I need it to stay right there, and then I will demonstrate how we're going to see that all together. So first things first is we'll come back to the display monitor when I go into Davinci, which I do have fired up, but I'm not going to deal with that first. Doug kept mentioning the OBS settings for display. So I'm going to bring this over here to the main monitor, and you'll see I'm on my daily Davinci right here, source or scene, and my sources. I have two sources set up, or three actually right now. I have display number 4, which is, again, as we know right now, display number 4 is over here. Okay, that's according to Windows. Bring this back up. So if I turn that off, then the screen will go blank, because Davinci thinks this is not my display number 4. So let's figure this out. Let's turn that back on, and we'll go ahead and make it full screen. There we go. Oddly enough, it is not mirroring. So OBS is only going to do what you tell it to do. If I come in here and I say, I want to add a display capture, I'm going to add a display capture, and we're going to call this the Doug Betts display. Chris Garrett is here doing. That's a good one, Chris. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Nobody caught that last night. That was actually very funny. So I have found if you leave it on automatic, it sometimes doesn't work. So I come in here and I always make sure that it's on Windows 10, 1903 and up. I click on that, and then it goes and finds a display. Now I don't want it displaying this display. I want it to display another display, which in this case is going to be my, can I do this, display number 3. Now if I identify these, it is the right one. So I'm going to minimize that, and I'm going to change it right here to, the bad thing about this is these are not identified other than HP 21KD 1920 by 1080. So you just have to take a crapshoot, and I got the right one. That's the one that I want. Now I can verify that that's the one that I want, because if I move this over here on the iRun camera, which you guys are not seeing right now because it's off, if I turn it on right here, now my monitor's starting to flicker again. I need to figure it out, and then now it stops. I don't know what's going on with that. That's an issue that's been happening lately. So I'm going to keep this one right there, and we're going to say okay. Now the iRun camera is not being displayed because now Doug's is taking precedence over it. So we're going to move it down. We're going to cancel that. We're going to move the iRun up. Yeah, sure we are. There we go. Now the iRun camera is up here, iRun or whatever it is, and that's this one right here, which there's my hand, and we are good there. Now it's doing that again. I get this lately, ever since the update, I've been getting this. And then it'll stop. It'll eventually stop. I do not know what's causing it. I just wait and it goes away. I was over and over and clicking on the screen and it was doing that. So why did I set this up? Why did I show you that I wanted to have another display? Well, I wanted another display because OBS is only going to do what you tell it to do. It cannot go in and say, oh, I would like that. Instead of that being display number 3, I want that to be display number 4. To the best of my knowledge, it doesn't happen. Doug is trying to call me, and I cannot answer the phone right now because I'm doing a live stream. Doug, if you would like, if you're still watching, I can start Zoom and you can join me on Zoom and we can tag team this. I have no issues with that. Must be your computer's mine doesn't do that. I got a lot of things that happen on my computers that a lot of people's don't happen. I'm going to minimize this back down a little bit, and then we're back into goofing around, or not goofing around, but the shutter. Doug says yes to Zoom. So give me a second to set that up. Setting Zoom up. Well, since I have that camera focused on that, it's going to show Zoom. And I'm going to make a quick chat here. And now Zoom is running. Wait for, now I have to shut the camera off because, as you see, maybe not, probably not. Let's put this over here. As you can see over here, because I have the camera being used somewhere else, OBS, it's not going to allow me to use the camera here. That's fine. I'll go in and shut the camera off over there and deactivate the camera. Try updating Zoom. It's not an update deal with Zoom. It's me. I'm running the camera over elsewhere, and the camera will now be working because that much I do understand. I've experienced that enough. I know. The green screen's not exactly 100% behind me. That's why it looks funny. But I can fix that while I wait on Doug to join us. Doug, it's running if you'd like to join. You're the only one that will be allowed to join at this point in time. So now you can see the green screen's 100% right and not all goofy and showing the hallway and the TV and all that other good stuff. Doug is here. We'll go ahead. I did not hear the bell, but that's fine. I know I turned it on. And Doug doesn't have a camera, and that's fine. So now let's bring, now I have this set up so that I can actually bring Zoom in to here. I'm not sure why it's not showing. Let me put Zoom over here. Let me go check out the properties real quick. See, it's on automatic. I'm going to change it to Windows 10 and hit OK. And then I want the zoom, which is still not showing up. Doug, can you hear me? Maybe I can't hear Doug. Well, first things first, let's get this one to the top. All right, let's just start turning stuff off. There is possibly zoom. Yep, that is zoom. Why is that like that? It's been a while since I used zoom over here, so it's probably all kind of messed up. There we go. Now we have that. Now we just got to get audio from Doug. I'm not hearing audio. Give me one moment to figure that out. Because my speakers default every time I turn this on to the Yeti, Brian. Let's put it over there. Now, can you hear me, Doug?
Yes, I can hear you. Do you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. I'm not turning my camera on because I've got that camera used by something else right now.
I understand.
But it was going to be difficult for me to type this into chat. A little while ago, you set up a new display in OBS, and I don't think you realized at that point in time that what we started seeing as your main projection in YouTube was your phone camera. Because shortly after that, you said the phone camera is not on right now, and then you turn it on in the upper right corner, and then you had a double image of the phone. Then when you turned the phone, it did a jittery thing. You said it'll eventually stop jittering. Yeah, it will, because it was doing an echo thing between the two different images that you had on screen at the same time of your phone.
Okay, so that makes sense for that instance. What about when I'm not running a camera, when I'm not running any OBS, when I'm not doing anything but Davinci, and it does that?
Well, I don't know. That's a different issue. The only thing I was speaking to is the issue that I saw you do.
All right, so let's get now. Are you monitoring the live stream as well?
Yes, I am. I have the audio muted.
Okay, so your picture in my video is going out, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
There's no need to have us on the screen.
Right, so I'm going to actually minimize that down to there. Right, I agree. There's no need. So let's get rid of that. Not needed.
You got two instances of Zoom meetings showing on the screen. Now you got one. You minimized one, and there's another one there.
Yeah, there should only be one, because let's go with that. There we go. That's because I said to go to that monitor, and that's where I put over. Now let's go back to our main monitor. Now you should be seeing our OBS.
Let's see. I'm gonna make that bigger so that I can tell. Yeah, look in the upper right corner, identified as OBS. Yeah.
Hopefully Doug is being heard over.
Yeah, I saw somebody in chat saying they're hearing me.
Okay. Yeah, according to the mixer you are, so that's good. Even though I think I have those set up differently, but that's fine. Wintermute says, and he says we can hear both, and they see OBS. Okay, good. I'm going to move OBS out of the way and put it over here.
All right.
On the number 3 monitor. I'm going to bring this back up. So right now, according to, well, let's just go from the beginning. When I well, while you were there, I'd like for you to click identify so that I know what monitor I'm looking at. Go back in display settings. You're looking at monitor number 2 according to this.
Yes, okay. I see that now.
Okay. Now, as I explained yesterday, until I did an update, number 1 was where 2 was at, number 2 was where 1 is at, 3 and 4 have never changed. I have not gone to the back of the computer and rearranged them on the graphics card. They have been plugged in this way from day 1.
Okay, now stop right there. I want to be sure that I'm certain you already know this. You can just drag these around on the screen and change the way that they're arranged here, but
Correct.
The way you have them arranged here is going to control how your mouse moves from one monitor to the other. So
oddly
you
enough,
have,
it's oddly enough, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but usually you are correct, but I can actually start on the far right and move my mouse all the way to the far left and vice versa because the way they're set up. Yeah, that's correct. Now, I
Okay,
didn't
and
change them
what-
intentionally.
all right.
And
But
there's a
when you
reason.
click identify, you see the numbers in the same pattern. Your leftmost monitor is 1, your second to the left is 3,
Right.
and then
Yeah,
second
and I
to
wish
the
that
right
would
is
stay
2.
longer
Right.
because it's real quick.
It should stay on until you.
1, 2,
Oh,
3.
yeah, you're right.
3 seconds. All right, so
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
minimize
doesn't
OBS.
seem-
I don't need that. I don't think, and I'm gonna put this box right here over on that, and then I'm actually going to, because what I want to do is I want to bring up Davinci Resolve, and I want to see if live switching of the monitors that you suggested actually changes in here, but I don't think it
Yes.
will. I honestly
That's
don't
my
think it will.
question as well.
So let's get both things.
Now, I don't see
showing.
your mouse. Oh, there we go. All right.
Give me a second. I've got to do this. What is that one? That one is that display number 5? Let's put it over on, not that one. Let's go with this one. There we go. So now I can minimize zoom. We don't need it. I can minimize. I can actually get rid of the iPhone camera for now. We don't really need it. Minimize that. Now if I bring that over there, go full screen, hide everything. I don't need that. Okay, so now everybody should be seeing that.
When you say that, I don't know I can't see what you're pointing to. I have no idea what you mean that we should be seeing what.
Should be
'cause I don't
seeing
see
the
your
display
mouse.
monitors 1, 3, 2, 4.
All right, you have to use your words. The word that I have no idea what you mean. So we should be displaying, we should be seeing 1, 3, 2, 4.
And I believe that
That
you
gives
are.
us confirmation. Go ahead.
I've got to get my other screen up here so we can see 2 at the same time. Give me 1 second here. All right. Now you should be seeing Davinci Resolve.
Do not. Well, there's a delay.
Right.
I don't see it yet. And by the way, that display screen looked like it's zoomed in. I'm not seeing the whole screen. I can't see the right side. But oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. The video paused. Okay. Now I'm back to live. I'm still seeing the display window kind of dragged down, and there's a big black area on the left and the up top.
Right.
I'm not seeing Davinci Resolve.
Right, because I'm trying to figure out how I can put them both on the screen so you can see both of them at the same time and it be legible.
All right.
If that makes sense.
Now, yeah, now I don't have to see the right side of the screen. If you need to drag it off the edge so that you can put Davinci Resolve on the left side.
Well, here we'll
be
just
fine.
do this. We'll turn Davinci on, turn that one off, and then all I got to do is turn it back on, and it'll go back to there. So we all know the order is 1, 3, 2, 4. We're going to go back over here to Davinci, and let me know when it's on. Okay, it's back.
I see Davinci. So is this actually on monitor number 2 then?
It is currently
That's what
on
we're
monitor
looking at?
number 2, yes.
Okay. Now, when you go change the monitor in Davinci, I'm saying that I'm predicting, oh, thank you for that too. I'm predicting that I will no longer see Davinci. I'll be looking at a different monitor.
Getting ready to check that out. So we're going to go to View. And no. Workspace. So dual screen currently is off because it's not checked. Now, I wasn't paying too much attention. You said something was uncheckable.
Well, yeah, there was a point where there was a check mark there on the word on, and you said are going to turn that off, and you clicked on it, attempting to turn it off, but that doesn't turn it off. It stayed on, and you didn't realize it because when you click on it, that menu goes away. Now, if you just clicked on it there, I can't tell if you clicked on it. See, now it has a check mark. If you click on it again, that check mark will not go away. Go ahead and click on it. Now
like
go
that?
back and check. Yeah.
It goes away.
Oh, it was something else then. Go to primary display. Go down to primary display. It wasn't that one. Go down to video clean. Go down to the next one.
Video clean feed.
I don't know. All right. I may have been wrong, but let's see. But there was another option down there. All right. I can go look at that while you move forward. And go look at that clip that I had.
So I'm going to display again the numbers. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So
okay,
what it does is when you change this to number 1, that's when I change the dual. When I go up here to dual screen and turn it on, that is going to turn on monitor number. That's going to put a Davinci Resolve on. Well, naturally it puts it on number 3, not 1.
Okay. All right.
Let's turn that off.
But it did put one of your panels on a different screen.
Correct. Right. Yes, it does. Now let's go into the primary display. Do we want to change okay, let's change the primary display to monitor number 3. And now that changes.
Now I'm no longer seeing Davinci.
Right, because it moved Davinci. Now here's where this gets really wonky and crazy. When I right click, or when I clicked on workspace and put it to monitor number 3, let me show you where it went to.
Did it actually move Davinci to a different monitor?
Yep, I'm getting ready to show you where it went to.
Oh.
There's where it went to. It went to monitor number 4.
Display your monitor numbers, because I can't tell that by just seeing this.
Well, in order to do that, I have to be able to move Davinci.
Oh.
And then, so you'll see now on the screen.
All right.
Let me identify again.
That's number 4.
Number 4. Now you can't see this because I grabbed it. Now I'm going to put it back over. Oops. So now we're going to change it. Now watch this. I'm going to change it back to display number 4, which is monitor number 2. And you're going to see Ken Stout Live with all my icons. I'm going to go over here, and I'm not going to show this, but I'm going to go into workspace. I'm going to go into primary display, and I'm going to click number 2, because I want it to be in front of me. And it goes to number 1. So I'm going to...
Okay. I was not able to see that in watching your video, because all I knew is when you change the primary display in Davinci, all of a sudden I no longer saw the Davinci program.
Right.
What it actually did is it moved the Davinci program to a different physical monitor. And I couldn't tell that by watching your video.
And the thing that's troubling me now is, again, according to Windows, it's set up 1, 3, 2, and 4, as I keep identifying. When I went into workspace and I changed it to monitor number 1, it put it on monitor number 2. I put it on 1, but it defaulted to there. So let's do this again. Let's put this over here. Again, it shows it on that display, which is my 4th monitor. I'm going to go in. I'm going to turn on the main monitor again. That main monitor's on. Wait for it to show up on the stream. there we have that. You should be able to see my mouse moving, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
Okay, there it goes.
Reduce.
So workspace, primary display. I'm going to click on number 2, and it goes to number 1. It actually physically goes to monitor number 1 when I physically click on putting it on monitor number 2. According to this is monitor number 2. According to Davinci, monitor number 2 is my monitor number 1.
I think it's quite possible that the monitor numbering that Davinci uses does not correlate to the monitor numbering that Windows Display Settings uses.
Yeah, and it's not changing it either. It's still in the 1324. So I'm going to drag this back over here. Go into workspace. Now let's look at, we're not doing anything with we're just messing with this. So we're going to leave that like that. Now the clean feed, I'm wondering if maybe that will change things.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're saying leave that like that, and
hang on.
I'm staring at 1324.
Hang on.
I have no idea what.
I forgot to change my sources.
All right.
So now you should be seeing Davinci.
Yeah.
Wintermute is saying, show the selection of monitors. It's a name, not a monitor. So I think what he's saying is in workspace, in here, right, it's just saying plug and play monitor 1, plug and play 2, and the 2 HPs 21 inches 3 and 4.
Now that is not the same order that I saw them on when you're displaying the resolutions for me. Your 2 HP monitors were not, well, they weren't next to each other, but you don't have your monitors numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 across from left to right in the display settings.
Right.
So that adds, adds some confusion. But anyway, that ordering there we can tell what these monitors are. I think you scroll down lower on this screen and it shows the names of the monitors. Scroll down lower on this display setting screens.
In Davinci?
No, the display settings, Windows display settings.
Okay, so we're back to Windows display settings.
Yeah, now scroll down.
Scrolling down.
Okay, then did you hear that loud car?
I did, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a first. Usually Zoom doesn't pick that up.
Oh, this car was really loud. There's a funny story behind that, but it takes too long to relay it. So let's move on. Scroll back down. There was a place in here where, color profile. That drop-down list next to color profile towards the top left of this screen.
Right here?
Yeah, click on that.
There's no clicking on that.
Okay, try clicking on a different monitor up at the top and then see if there's a color profile available. Yeah, see there it is now? Okay, now do that drop down for the color profile.
It didn't, I clicked it, but it just stayed the same.
Oh, okay, now scroll back up so that we can see that color profile at the same time that we see all your monitors.
I can't. As long as this is highlighted, as long as this is highlighted, I can't scroll up.
All right, click somewhere else.
When I out-click it, I can scroll back up. When I click off
do that. Okay, now click on number 1. There's no color profile. Click on number 3. It's the 21 KD. Click on number 2. No profile. Click on number 4. And the number 3 and number 4, I believe, are your HP monitors.
Right.
Number 1 and 2, are those both television sets?
Right. One of them's a 40-inch, one of them's a 43-inch.
And that's why Windows doesn't know the color displays of those. So 1 and 2 are the TVs, 3 and 4 are the HPs. And in Davinci, it was listed the same way, wasn't it? 1 and 2 were the TVs and 3 and 4 were the HPs.
I believe so. Let's switch back over to Davinci. Go into workspace. Yes. Plug and play monitor,
right.
monitor, display. Yes, they are. Yes.
Okay. So when you select each of those different ones as the primary display one at a time, does Davinci indeed go to the monitor that you're selecting based on that list? So
No.
like does display number 3, that would that be your Windows number 3?
Actually, that time when I did it on that function, it did go to display number 3.
Okay, then
So
if you go
now
to
we're gonna-
Davinci number 4, does that go to Windows number 4?
Well, I believe it will, but let's find out. So I'm going to go here, primary display number 4. Yes, it does. I can't.
Yeah, you don't need to show that. You just you
Yeah.
answered it. That's fine.
Yeah, it did go to 4.
that.
Now I also
All right.
noticed too, I'm going to change this to 1 because I'm curious. It lit 4 up. I'm going to change that and put it over to display number 2 right here. And okay, that when I click on 2, it did not change the color over here.
I'm still looking
I
at
know,
the
I know,
display
hang on.
screen. All right, that's fine. As long as you know.
But what it did is it put it over and puts it over my monitoring screen. So for some reason, it is just not wanting to do what it's supposed to do. Except for the two true monitors. Actually, it did work. So
I don't understand what you're saying didn't work.
So when I click on this and go down to primary display, video clean feed, when I click on 2, it's putting it on monitor number 1 as it's checked there. When I had this on, okay, I'm going to run this over to 3. Let me bring up number 3. So 3 is on. You should be seeing the display of rearrange your display.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to workspace that you can't see. I'm going to go to video clean feed and we're going to change it to 3 and it goes blank because it's an extension of Davinci. Now I think I can prove that by if I come in here to the media pool, and again you can't see this because there's nothing there, but if I open up a folder,
you actually have to put something on your timeline, I imagine.
Yep. And there it is. What this is, what you should be seeing, hopefully in a minute. Oh, you know what? I can't do this. I tried this yesterday. As long as I am streaming, I can't do this. What I'm seeing is a big picture of Greg Guy, because what that is an extension of your viewer. That's all it is. So I'm going to get rid of that. Actually, let me show you what I'm talking about. So in my viewer, come on, lag, catch up with me. So in my viewer, I have Greg Guy and the clown.
Yeah.
Now I will fire up the iRun camera or iRun or whatever. I don't know what it's called. I really do not. And I will turn off the display.
I'm only seeing the bottom left quarter.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why the heck it won't let me do what I want to do.
Point your phone different.
Okay, so moving the phone. Now you should see a big gray guy.
Yeah.
Now let me demonstrate what I'm talking about. So if I do this like
Is that one
that,
great guy or two?
that's just one.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't know if he's a clown or not. So I'm going to leave this phone focused on this right here.
All right.
All right, I'm going to watch what happens when I do this. Now you can't see anything because I'm over on the Davinci screen.
So you need to describe what you're doing.
I am. I'm going to grab another media file, and I'm going to grab a screenshot. I'm going to bring it into Davinci, and you don't see it yet. But if I drag it into the viewer, I get the option to replace, overwrite. I'm going to replace it. And now you are seeing, because it's in the viewer, the new picture.
Again, two great guys.
Two great guys and a YouTube logo that I was messing with earlier and way back when. Now,
all right.
Now you're seeing Greg and a clown, and you're seeing Greg and the YouTube thing. All this screen is right here, and you should see the mouse maybe. I hope. I don't really know.
Oh,
no.
Oh, is that a tail of a mouse?
Yeah, there you go. I think that's my USB cord that snake's eating. But yeah, I believe it is actually. So, and that could be helpful. Honestly, that might be helpful. The other stuff, I just don't. I can't figure out. So let's get back to where we need to be, which is we're going to turn that one on.
We started chasing this girl because there was something that wasn't working right for you, and I thought this was demonstrating it, so I'm not.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out why is this not. Oh, because why can't I change monitor? Now I'm clicking on. There we go. I had to turn off the camera. So now you're seeing DaVinci Resolve and DaVinci Resolve only across YouTube. Yeah, we were trying to figure out how when you go into here, it's not going to the right place. Now, dual screen, that's a different animal.
Now, I didn't understand what you're saying because you were talking through what your issue was and you were moving your mouse up and down these menu options. So I don't know which of these menu options is not working the way you expected to.
The primary display, when you click on one, or when you click on two, it goes to one. So if I click on two right here, it defaults over to number one. It went away.
Okay, so those numbers do not agree with the Windows settings numbers for your displays, right?
1 and 2 do not. 3 and 4 actually do.
Okay, well that might be coincidence. So it might be coincidence that DaVinci is indicating your HP monitors in the same order that Windows is, but Windows is not recognizing your TVs in the same numbers as DaVinci, which tells me that DaVinci's numbering system is coming from somewhere other than Windows. And as long as you know that, you should be able to deal with it.
Right, you can work around it. Sure.
Yeah. So is that the part that you're saying was still not working the way you were expecting it to?
Yeah, well, I was wanting to see if I were to go back over here. Oh, now I cannot turn that. Okay, now this I just, and you agreed with me on this. I cannot get rid of and let it catch up with YouTube. I cannot get rid of that. That is the extension.
Get rid of what?
Okay.
When you say that, I have no idea what you're referring to.
Okay, so on the screen on YouTube, you should be seeing my logo, a snake, and Greg.
Yeah.
Which is an extension of the viewer. I can't get rid of it.
Okay.
If I go into workspace, I'll let YouTube catch up. If I go into workspace and I go down to video clean feed, I already checked none, indicating I want that to go away. It doesn't go away. The only way that goes away is for me to completely exit out of DaVinci Resolve.
Okay, show me the viewer mode menu.
Cinnamon, enhanced, and full page.
Now, okay, show me video clean feed menu again. And so you're going to go up to dual screen. And that has the word on, but there's no check mark next to it, so it's not on, right?
Correct. If I turn it on,
Go ahead and do that. And then go back and turn it off.
Turn it off. Yeah.
So you still have that other display on that?
Yes. If I go back into here, which is the iRun, give it a second to catch up on YouTube. And there it is.
And that won't go away.
Nope. The only way that I figured out or determined so far how to do it is to just go up here to the X. Oh, wait, you can't see that.
I can't see that.
Yeah. Let it catch up. The only way I figured out how to do it is to come up here to the X right here, completely exit out of DaVinci and go back into it. And then it does go away.
Don't do that yet.
No, I'm not going to.
Go to the workspace menu.
I'm on workspace.
And just, I want to move your mouse down so that I can see the menu options. Okay, switch to page, show page navigation, show panel workspace. Okay, that display that is showing over there, it is the viewer, right?
Yes.
So we want the viewer to be back in your main screen. Go up to show panel and workspace, fourth from the top. Is there a viewer choice in here?
Index, effects, inspector, media pool, metadata meters, mixer, and sound library.
Go up to show page.
It's just check. There's no show page right here. Again, what that is. Okay, I can explain that real quick.
Okay, no, I don't want you to.
All right.
I already recognize it's not of interest. Go to switch to page. Okay, no explanation needed. Active panel selection. No. Okay. Fairlight viewer.
That's audio.
Oh, let me see. Oh, all right.
But I saw something in here in the active panel selection. What if we click on timeline viewer right here?
Okay, Control 5. Instead of clicking on it, move your mouse out of the menu to get all the menus away, and then press Control 5 on your keyboard. Get rid of all the menus.
Hang on 1 second. I got to get to the keyboard. Control 5. All right.
After you get rid of all the menus. Control 5, does that do anything?
Looked like it did something with the inspector.
Try it again.
Yeah,
There's
I did.
working.
I'm going to turn the inspector off. And then I'm going to do Control 5. Nothing. It's the
All right.
nothing.
Then go back to workspace. Let's look at that submenu again. Panel select. Was it active panel selection?
Yes.
All right. So Control 5 was timeline viewer. No, timeline viewer should just be that panel down at the bottom where you're seeing the timeline. That's not the actual output viewer.
Source viewer?
No, because that's your source of your source clips. None of those seem to be the viewer that we're seeing on the right side. All right. Oh, I know there's another one. Layout presets. Save lattice preset, import fusion presets. Highlight fusion presets. Oh, this isn't fusion. This is Davinci Resolve. All right, never mind that. And go back to viewer mode. Cinema viewers, Control F. Go ahead and click on Cinema Viewer.
That's pretty cool.
And then press Control F to get out of it. Is that other viewer still on the other monitor?
Still on the other monitor. Oh, you'll know when it goes away.
How did you get that on the other monitor to begin with?
Workspace, video clean. Bobby, we're not allowing anyone in. This is a session with Doug and I only. Viewer,
Okay.
video clean feed.
Now, which monitor are we actually using right now for Davinci?
Number 2, according to Windows.
Keep on the video clean feed menu. Now, so monitor 2. So click monitor number 2 on this menu.
And that puts it over on my monitor number 1, according to Windows.
Okay, go ahead and click on the other ones. Do it on, move it to each of those. Get in workspace menu, then video clean feed, go to each of the other monitors. Did it go to HP?
No, it did not.
It did not.
It's already there, so it can't. If it did go there, it's just going to overwrite what's there.
Oh, okay. Now go to the next one.
And yes, it did go to number 4.
And is it still on number 3?
And it's still on number 3. Yes.
Oh, all right. So go back into that menu again.
Wintermute says Windows 2 equal Davinci 1, Davinci 2 equals Windows. Yeah, basically that is correct.
Okay, so then go to none.
Still there.
Let's see if does it still stay on both of those HPs?
No, it goes away from number 4, but it's still showing on number 3.
It's only number 3 that it sticks on.
Right. Well, it sticks on wherever I send it to initially. So I'm going to temporarily show that on the iPhone. Give it about 3 seconds. It'll show up there. So
now it's zoomed in so close on one monitor. I have no idea which monitor I'm looking at.
You're looking at monitor number 4 right now. On the
This is the one that the image sticks on and will not come off.
Right. This is the one that will not go away.
Have you tried picking the monitor up off the table and shaking it real hard?
No, I tried getting a hammer and tapping it gently across the top, but that didn't work.
All right. So it doesn't matter which of the HPs that you send it to, it sticks there. How about if you send it to one of the TV monitors? Does it stick there?
Well, let's find out. Okay, so we're back to Davinci Workspace, Video Clean Feed. We're going to send it to, now you'll notice generic P&P monitor 1 is grayed out, meaning I can't send it there because it's currently recognized as being there. So I'm going to put it on generic P&P monitor number 2, and it does send it over to what is monitor number 1 according to Windows, but according to Davinci is monitor number 2. And you guys are still seeing Davinci. I, however, am seeing, let me show you what I'm seeing.
Which monitor are we seeing Davinci on? Is it one of the TVs or is it?
Yes, Davinci is on monitor, a TV monitor.
TV one.
So this is what, oh, now it went away. Why did it go away? That's interesting. All I did was switch source. Oh, because I still have that source active. Hold, hang on. Count down 3, 2, 1. You're still seeing that. That's cool. It's still over here, but it did go away when I switched sources.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That's one of the HP monitors you have the phone pointed to now.
Correct.
You didn't send it to one of the HPs. Did you exit Davinci and come back in order to?
No, I have not. No. Davinci is still hot.
Have not.
No. He
Okay.
said not to, so I didn't.
Yeah, no, I thought that's what you're about to do.
No.
So my question was, if you first send it to one of the TVs, will it come off of the TV?
It didn't yesterday, but we can exit and come back in and try it.
Exit and come back in, send it to that TV number 2 and see if it comes off of it.
I don't need to save the change. It's just experimental.
Chasing away all your viewers, you know.
I'm good. Actually, might be gaining viewers. This is kind of tech-ish, so this might help me out.
Three are watching right now. It's me and John and one other.
Me. All right, firing up Davinci. It should come on the screen that's in front of us. Well, who knows? Nope. Yep, it did.
And
however, I'll bet you it doesn't open here.
This is TV number 1?
This is monitor number 2.
TV or HP?
It's a TV. Brand new.
All right.
I don't think that has any bearing on it, but all right, so we'll open up a project, because here's another a thing I don't like about Davinci. In order to do anything in settings, you have to actually open a project.
Well, yeah, that's true with Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. That's a very common thing.
Okay, so now we want to grab any media. You know what I just noticed? This is
quicker. Okay, we need to get. I gotta get.
Yeah. Let me grab something.
Stay focused on this one question.
I'll pick on Greg some more. He's not here. Doesn't matter. So we'll bring Greg down to the timeline, and then we're going to go into workspace. Oh, you know what? It's already, because when we, okay, so this is crazy. It's already showing, the viewer's already showing up on what is monitor number 1 according to Windows, monitor number 2 according to Davinci, because when we left, this was set to monitor number 2. So it automatically put Greg's picture on the monitor.
Okay, can you turn it off? Can you click none?
What happens if we just click this? Nothing. So let's go workspace, clean feed, none. It's still there.
Okay, so it sticks on any other monitor.
Yes, it does.
All right. All right. Yeah, I think I need to hang this up. You asked me at one point, is there any point while I give up? I'm giving up.
I bet Wintermute's still working on it. So I'm going to give up on it as well. I mean, I like the feature.
That's a good point. You have other people that are using DaVinci Resolve, or do they have multiple monitors that they can test the symptom?
You know, that I do not know the answer to.
Right.
I honestly don't know, but
all right.
Anyway,
Well,
I appreciate it. I will not see you tomorrow because we do have plans for in the morning, so I won't be there.
Okay.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody who stayed here, all three of us. See you later.